It's Melissa. We're talking about the top 20 sexiest fragrances that have gotten me the best reactions from women, because the word compliments, it's too child's play for this. Okay, we're talking about scents that walk the walk, that have the action to back it. And again, these are from my personal experience. I have to say this, don't think you're gonna buy this and you're gonna get the same experience and the same reactions as me, okay? Because these are just the cherry on top. Your personality is the big takeaway and the main thing here. All right, as always, all thoughts and opinions are my own. This is not a sponsored video. And also, discount codes and discount links are gonna be pinned in the comment section and in the description box below. And please know that those are affiliate codes and affiliate links. So you need to buy where you feel the most comfortable. Try before you buy. Don't blind buy these. I'm not trying to push a code on you guys. You guys buy wherever you feel the most comfortable, okay? But try them for free at the store. And the last thing I want to say, please don't forward this, is these are legacy fragrances in my collection, okay? If you're looking for something brand new, like give us new scents, blah, 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 go watch my first impression videos, go watch my full-length reviews, okay? This is not the video for that. This is all about experience. So the very first fragrance I'm gonna mention, no particular order, Dior Homme 2020. And this, dude, this is like my rooftop bar fragrance. It's very interesting because whenever I go to a rooftop bar and it's nighttime, this is the one I tend to go for. And it just does it for me. Okay, so this one, it's pretty decent when it comes to scent bubble. It's not a loud projecting fragrance. And what you'll come to find out if you watch my videos is I don't really like to wear super beast mode scents. If I do, then I really pull back on them, meaning that I'll only do one spray because I don't need them to be super loud. But I really can't even tell you what the notes of this fragrance are right now. And it's just sexy. This fragrance is just sexy. I like this way more than Dior Homme Intense, which is, I think, the fan favorite. But it's just, it's masculine, it's sensual, it gets the job done. And whenever I smell it on myself at nighttime and I have a nice drink in my hands, life is just sweet. Life is good. You know what I mean? The next fragrance I'm gonna mention is Xon Pie. So Xon Pie is an interesting scent. It's marketed as a masculine fragrance, but I do find this one to be pretty unisex. Honestly, I think that anybody can really pull it off, but it's almost like a powdered, sugary sort of smell. When I say powdered, don't think like makeup, like mature. It just smells sweet, delicious, but I don't believe it's actually a gourmand fragrance. But this scent at nighttime, in the fall, in the winter, is really good. And I actually get decent performance with Xon Pie. I absolutely get over 8 to 9 hours when I do wear this fragrance. But the thing to know is I like wearing this one on clothes. So this is a sweater weather scent for me. When I'm wearing a long sleeve, I'll throw it on my clothes. And whenever you throw a fragrance on clothes, it does last longer. But this is an easy to like fragrance. Sorry, I have to stop opening my windows because there's, you know, you got to take care of plants, but flies come in, so that's super annoying. Okay, the next scent, Oceania by Raja Parfums. And this was my beach fragrance a couple years ago, but I started wearing it again this summer because, you know, I love going to the beach. I tell you guys that all the time. It smells like sexy Sprite. I know that's a really weird description. If you were to take the smell, I mean the taste of Sprite, the soda, and just imagine what it would smell like and kind of amplify that to be a luxurious scent, you get Oceania. And this is just like an effortlessly fun, light, easygoing fragrance. And when you're at a place like a beach, or if you're just by water in general, right? Like let's say you like to go boating, or even if you're going swimming, whatever it is, you're by a lake and you wear something like Oceania, it smells really good. But also, if you want to throw this on, if you're going to brunch with somebody, you got a lunch date, you got a brunch date, a breakfast date. It's a really good scent. I feel like this is a linen pants fragrance. If you're wearing linen pants, throw on Oceania. So clean, so clean. As far as performance goes with Oceania, it's noticeable for about 5 hours on me, and then it starts to kind of come in and out where I don't really detect it as much, but it still lingers. So just keep that in mind. The next scent, oh man, Molecula 1 by Eccentric Molecules. This fragrance is my enhancing scent. So many people like to ask me if I layer fragrances, if I like to mix new things, and truly, it's not really my cup of tea. But if I were to mix two perfumes, it would be a fresh scent with Molecula 1 on top of it, because what this fragrance does is it enhances your skin chemistry, and it helps shine other fragrances when you put it on top of different scents. So let's say you have a weak performing fragrance and you throw this on top of it, you'll notice that the longevity of your fragrance is better. But this is an ISO E Super fragrance, and I love wearing it by itself just as much as I like wearing it with other things, because it's a gamble, right? This on me smells very clean. I've gotten people that have told me that it smells laundry-esque, like I just did my laundry, which is always a great smell. If you smell like laundry, perfect. You don't need to do too much with that. But it's a smart scent. So this is a fragrance that if you were to wear it to work, and let's say you work like an office job, you're sitting down, very sedentary, you're not really gonna notice this scent at all throughout the workday. But after work, let's say you go to the gym, or let's say you're getting active in other ways, this fragrance is going to start to shine through a little more, and you're going to go, damn, it's almost as if it wakes up when you need it to. So I just love this fragrance, but this is a challenging scent. Okay, I'm not saying that it's hard to wear, but it really is dependent on your skin chemistry, because some people don't smell good with this fragrance. They smell like ass. I'm gonna keep it real. And then they'll come on my videos and say, oh, you lied about this. No, your skin chemistry just sucks. But if you don't have bad skin chemistry, I would recommend trying Molecula 1 by Eccentric Molecules. The next scent is a trailblazer in my collection. This one is called Nuit Dum. And this is what got me started in fragrances, because before this scent, I never smelled anything that was sexy, right? I smelled things that smelled good, both on the feminine and the masculine side, right? I'm like, yeah, like this person smells nice. But it was the first time I smelled the scent, and it made my mouth water. And again, it's not a gourmand, but I'm like, yo, this is a freaky fragrance for sure. And that's what I thought of it before I wore it around anybody else, right? But I loved it so much, I made it my signature scent in the summertime. Kind of nuts, but I mean, I did it. I got this in the fall, but I still wore this in the summertime as well. Dude, it's so good. But it was crazy, because when I started wearing this around people, and when I would be talking to women, they loved this fragrance as much as I did, right? So I was like, holy shit. So the reactions I was getting from this is what also kind of propelled me to go, okay, what other fragrances can get reactions like that? I'm curious about it. So this thing is, oh gosh, it's such a sexy scent. Intimate. I honestly get good performance with Nuit Dum. A lot of people don't. I think there's been like a reformulation. Well, I know there's been a reformulation, but I think this is a reformulated version of the fragrance. But I've done 3 sprays of this scent, and I still get compliments after 6 hours. So very dependent on your skin chemistry. This is also a fragrance that you can overspray if you want to. It doesn't get nauseating. I walked out with 17 sprays of this once because I was going to be out all night. It was perfect. Didn't choke me out. Didn't choke anybody else out. I was getting a lot of compliments on it. But love this scent. It's a cardamom fragrance. The next one is Afternoon Swim by Louis Vuitton. Dude, I used to rave so much about this. I still love it. It's an orange fragrance. Simple, sexy. You can wear it anytime, anywhere if you live in warm weather. If you like complex fragrances, I wouldn't even touch this scent if I were you. Truly, I don't think you're even going to enjoy it. You're going to go, that's too basic. How can anybody like it? But this video isn't about challenging fragrances. This video is about fragrances that put in work. You know what I'm saying? So this fragrance right here, oh gosh, it's a summertime menace scent. Another swimming fragrance that I would throw on, another fragrance I would wear whenever it was hot outside, which is basically year-round where I live, but gorgeous scent. And I don't have to rave more about this. It does the job. That's all I'm going to say. Now, people shit on the performance of Afternoon Swim. And I think that I'm probably an outlier with this because I still get decent performance with it. But I get even better performance when I layer it with Molecula 1. However, if you live in a place where it's cold, you're going to get poor performance with this. It's a freshie. So, again, I would say if you live somewhere like the desert, right? If you're like in Phoenix, you're in Vegas, you're even like in California, Southern California, which not the desert, but you know what I'm saying? You'll get good performance. You live in Florida, you'll get good performance with Afternoon Swim. Okay, next up, we have, oh, this is a throwback right here. This one is Ombre Nei by Dior. It's an amber rose fragrance. This, I think I've told this story so many times on my channel, but I was at a party and this girl smelled it on me and she had the audacity to ask me if she can have my bottle of the fragrance, which threw me for a loop. Because typically, you know, people compliment you, they give you the nose to the neck where like you give them a hug and they just don't let go, right? But it was taken to the next step when she straight up asked if she can have my bottle, which quickly snapped me back into reality. And I went, no, like, why would I? No, I'm not going to give you my bottle of Ombre Nei. That's nuts, dude. So very interesting reaction to this scent. But, oh, dude, this is the Pound Town Galore OG right here. If you know, you know. But again, more intimate. Okay, this fragrance, it's not loud, it's not projecting, but trust me, when people catch a whiff of this on you, it's just like, it's a real. It just brings people in. It's more addictive. It gets more addictive the more and more and more you smell it. So I love Ombre Nei. I think there's like pink pepper or something at the very top of this scent. But truthfully, y'all, I'm not going to sit here and list every single note of these fragrances because not every single note is noticeable. With this, literally amber and rose. Beautifully blended. That's really what I get on my skin. Next up, we have Prolom EDT, baby. This one is still my favorite. People want to ask about, is it like Le Parfum and the EDP, whatever. I really don't care for those. This one right here, great performance. It's an iris fragrance. It is marketed as a masculine scent, but I think when it comes to iris, it could be a bit tricky. A lot of people do find this to be more feminine. Some people find it very unisex. Some people find it more masculine. So try it on your skin, see how you feel about it. But this is a sexy professional fragrance. Okay, you go to work with those white button downs, you throw on Prolom, but you don't need a lot of sprays with this scent because it can get nauseating. It can get a bit too much. So bottom line, when you're wearing a fragrance, you don't need it to be like, you don't have to spray so much of it because especially if they're strong fragrances, it's going to come across desperate and the sexiness of the scent and of you, frankly, is going to just disappear like that because it comes across too try hard. So when you smell like this and you're clean, you look good, 2 + 2 = 4. You know where I'm going with this. But performance-wise, this one was pushing past 7 hours. And it has good projection, too. So again, don't go too crazy with it. The next fragrance. Ooh. Aqua Oud by Precious Liquid. Dude, this is a fragrance that you only need 1 spray. You can even do half a spray if you want to because it can get loud, all right? It can get loud. Now, this is an oud fragrance you can wear in the summertime, which sounds very contradicting, but I mean, the first word here is aqua, right? So it has the freshness to it. And what I find interesting about this fragrance is it's a freshie with the performance of like an oud scent. And I think that's what the oud is there for. Is on paper, by the way, when you smell this, you're probably going to get more oud. But on my skin, it's definitely more of like a fresh, fruity scent. Very, very unique fragrance, okay? If you're somebody that, with the past fragrances I've shown so far, you're like, I don't really want, I want something more polarizing. I would say, get a sample of this. Try this fragrance. If you're a niche head, if you're a fragrance fiend, you gotta try Aqua Oud. Okay, this one right here. I remember I was at, I think it was like a daytime rager or something, and I wore Aqua Oud, and it was a time. It was a time. I got a lot of compliments from women that day, and a lot of nose to the neck, a lot of hugs, and a lot of questions about what I was wearing, because again, it's a unique fragrance, it's fresh, and it's just, you know, like a lot of people get curious when they smell something different. You know, there's a lot of fragrances that have a typical blue nuance, especially with the masculine side, right? A lot of Bleu de Chanel, a lot of Dior Sauvage, that's very, very common. But when you smell something like this, that's completely off the radar, completely off the charts from what the normal person is used to smelling, it's gonna draw attention. So this one right here, great party fragrance. It, even if you're partying at nighttime, you're partying in the daytime, you throw on Aqua Oud, it's gonna last the entire time. This one is an over 12-hour scent, okay? The next one is, let me throw an Initio in here. This one is called Rehab. And Rehab to me is a good fall fragrance. I find it pretty similar to Spice Bomb Extreme on my skin. Okay, that's not an objective thing that I'm saying. That's my experience with it. It smells like an elevated version of Spice Bomb Extreme, but it's more refined. It's more of a lavender dominant scent. So there's more of a cleanliness coming through this. And then there is some spices in the base and more of a musky kind of dry down. But this scent, I'm not the biggest fan of Initio fragrances, but when I did wear this, I was getting a lot of compliments. Compliments, and also, like I said in the beginning of this video, compliments is child's play with this sort of stuff. But I would wear this around, what's it called? What's that holiday? Why am I blanking? Thanksgiving. I'd wear it around Thanksgiving when I was having like a sweater. And it's very much just like I remember I was next to this girl and then she would just like keep putting her head on my shoulder and she's like, that smells so good. And she would just like leave her head there and stuff. But it's addicting. It's sensual and it's effortless. Rehab by Initio. Now, this one I don't think is a beast mode scent at all, but I think it has decent performance, truly. I do think that it stays within the scent bubble, but the longevity is nothing to what's the word, nothing to sneeze at? Is that how the saying goes? I don't know, but over 6 hours performance is what I get with this fragrance. The next scent that I'm going to talk about, keep it short and sweet, Salt and Pepper, Precious Liquid. Talked about this one a lot of times already to you guys, but literally, if you are somebody that's looking for a fragrance that's just going to be sexy to women that men are not going to care about, this is the fragrance that you get right here. This is like to me, the lesbian fragrance. That's going to put some people off when I say it, but that's a good thing for me. But it's so interesting because I'll talk about the scent. It's clean, it's fresh, it's sexy, it's masculine. And whenever some of my male followers try it, they just don't get it. Like, it's nothing, there's nothing special about it, right? But when I wear it around women, the reaction is night and day. This, out of all the fragrances that you heard me talk about and the rest of them that you're gonna hear me talk about, this one has the most experience racked up with it. This has the most memories attached to it. It does not matter if I was clubbing. It doesn't matter if I was at a date, a party, whatever it is, any sort of nighttime or daytime extravaganza. Salt and Pepper was pulling like crazy. So it's always going to be on my team. And this is definitely like one of my favorite fragrances of all time. In terms of performance, it does last all day. Truly, truly does. But this thing is just, it's wild. Okay. If you're somebody that, I don't know, you don't go outside, then don't get this fragrance. But if you're somebody that's outside, if you're somebody that, you know what I mean? You basically, you talk to women is what I'm trying to say here. Then get Salt and Pepper. For everybody else, don't even get a sample of it. Don't even try it. The next one is Elysium by Rage Parfums. If you're wondering, why is it full? It's my second bottle of the fragrance. I haven't been wearing this scent. But this one right here is an easygoing fragrance, okay? It's not in your face sexy like Salt and Pepper is, but like for me, when I'm at a party wearing something like Elysium, it smells good. It's uplifting, right? It smells like a pineapple lemon cocktail on my skin. I think note-wise, it's juniper berry, grapefruit, stuff like that. But it's one of those things that as the night progresses, it's just consistently a good smell. And that mixed with your ever so charming personality is just, it's a win, okay? So Elysium, easy to wear. People shit on the performance, so get a sample of it. Try it for free at the store. see how it performs on your skin. But I love, love, love this scent. The next one, Tuxedo by YSL. This thing was putting in work in the fall. Okay, the fall around Halloween, from Halloween to, or from September all the way to Thanksgiving. This scent, I would reach for it so much. I can't even tell you how many times that I wore this fragrance. I would just do it. It's classy, it's sophisticated, it's sexy. It is marketed as unisex. Most people are going to say it's more on the masculine side, but I don't know, if you wear really masculine scents, I think you're going to find this too feminine, truly. If you're a woman that wants to try this, I highly recommend it because it's like, how do I say this? On my skin, it's a boozy bourbon vanilla fragrance. That's how it smells. But I do know that this is a patchouli dominant fragrance. It just doesn't really smell like that on me as much. So keep that in mind, okay? Notes can play very differently on people's skin. But, oh, dude, Tuxedo by YSL, man, I gotta stop cheesing so hard right now, man. What the hell? Okay. Next, we have Creed Silver Mountain Water. And Creed Silver Mountain Water, oh God, okay. Creed Silver Mountain Water is a good fragrance. It's, okay, let me just focus. I gotta focus here. Creed Silver Mountain Water is a good scent if you like to go hiking. It smells like you're on a hike, to be honest. It's fresh, it's unique, it's different. I know unique and different mean the same thing, but a lot of people are gonna say it's not unique in the fragrance community, but you gotta remember there's a whole world outside of the fragrance community that isn't familiar with any of these scents that I mentioned, that isn't familiar with fragrances in general. That's how a majority of people are, right? So it's only people that are in this niche that are gonna hate on Silver Mountain Water, but really, it's a really good fragrance. It's something that I only recommend if you live in warm weather. If you live where it's cold, you're gonna get shit performance off this. You're probably gonna get buyer's remorse because you bought it for retail price and you're like, it doesn't even perform, blah, 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 blah. So, to me, one of my favorite Creeds. That's all I'm gonna say. Keep it short, gonna keep it sweet. Gotta talk about Spice Bomb Extreme by Viktor and Rolf. This is still my favorite Spice Bomb fragrance. Out of all of the ones that I've tried, which I recently tried Spice Bomb Dark Leather. That's a good one too. I can't lie. But Spice Bomb Extreme is very interesting because this fragrance, a lot of people hail it as a masculine scent, but it kind of goes back to the whole thing of, it depends on the canvas. When I've worn this scent, I've been told from people that whenever I tell them that it's Spice Bomb Extreme, when they ask, they're thrown back. They're like, no, it's not. Yo, my dad wears Spice Bomb Extreme. There's no way that you're wearing Spice Bomb Extreme. So skin chemistry is a huge, huge thing here. But it is a spice dominant scent with vanilla in the base. And it's probably one of the sexiest designer winter fragrances that you can wear. This scent, I wouldn't wear it on skin. I'd wear it on clothes and it would last past 10 hours of performance and just like really nonstop compliments. I wouldn't wear this in summer nights though, or whenever it's warm. It'd be too much, truly, for me. I'm not really a fan of that, but this scent, okay. All right, man, when did I start my jaw just keeps smiling over here. Okay. Lafayette Street, we're almost done. We're down to the last 5. Lafayette Street by Bond 9. This is my favorite Bond 9 fragrance, and it's an easy to wear scent. If you are somebody that's looking for a versatile fragrance that's going to fit any sort of situation, I'd look into Bond 9. But again, if you have niche pockets, is what I'm saying. If you're somebody that cringes when you're like, ooh, that's over $100. Ooh, that's over $200. Don't even think about it. All right, get a sample of it or something. But if you're someone that's honestly balling and you're just looking for a good everyday luxurious expensive fragrance, I would go with Lafayette Street. Again, marketed as unisex. There's a lot of mixed responses. Some people think it's masculine, some people find it unisex, some people find it too feminine to be a masculine fragrance. I don't know, but on me it's appley and ambroxany. Just good, dude. Like, This is a work hard, play hard fragrance, okay? If, let's say hypothetically, you have a work crush and you want to wear something that's work appropriate, but at the same time it's sexy as fuck, then you wear something like Lafayette Street, hypothetically. Over 6 hours of performance. The next one, Blue Agave by Precious Liquid, y'all. I have not been talking about Blue Agave up till recently, just because, remember when I told y'all that somebody I know personally wears the 50 ml, right? So I'm like, I gotta respect that. I don't want to wear the same fragrance because I got a lot of options to choose from. But he also told me recently that, this is after the fact, but he told me that he's looking for a new signature scent. But I've been wearing Blue Agave, not as much this month, but I think back in June or something like that, I was wearing it nonstop, dude. This fragrance was getting me compliments, not from people that I knew, but strangers. Okay, and that's a big thing right there. When a stranger approaches you to tell you that you smell really, really good, and that's kind of their opening line to flirting with you and talking with you and stuff. So this is a great daytime rage or just party fragrance, or just even like a kickback scent, right? Let's say you're at the beach, you're hanging out, you're meeting some new people, you're at a party, whatever it is. When I wore Blue Agave, it was not doing me wrong. It's one of those things like, oh my God, it's nice to meet you. Oh my God, you smell so good. Like, what is that? They get closer to you. Next thing you know, they're in your neck, they're talking, you're flirting a little bit, there's a little bit of touching, all that sort of stuff, all the fun stuff, right? When you're meeting somebody that you're attracted to. So Blue Agave, it just like puts the nail in the coffin. It's such a good fragrance. But in terms of what it smells like agave, of course, but it smells very much like, imagine taking a body shot off of somebody at the beach. It's just like a summer fling sort of thing. That's what this fragrance reminds me of. There is a little bit of saltiness, there is some lime, there's some of that agave in here. I don't find it to be a boozy fragrance though. Typically when I say boozy, I really think of the rum fragrance, like the dark liquor. But I mean, I guess you can consider this a boozy. I don't consider it boozy, personally speaking, like just in my opinion. But everybody's opinions are different. This one lasts over 12 hours. I would say you don't need this one though, because they have the smaller version, the 50 ml. I do like this one better just for myself. But again, you work with whatever is in your budget. All right, we got Oudwood by Tom Ford, and this has suffered the same fate as Silver Mountain Water in terms of online criticism. People saying it's overrated, everybody wears it, everybody knows it. No, they don't. Get your head out of the internet and go out in the real world and actually talk to people, because people don't really know Oudwood as much as the internet's gonna make you believe they know Oudwood. Okay, so this is a fragrance that if you want to get into oud and you've tried a bunch of oud scents and you're like, I don't want to smell like a fucking barn, I want to smell good, I don't want to smell like animal farm cow shit, what can I wear that has oud? I would say try Oudwood, because this is the first oud fragrance I wore that I was like, ooh, this is good. What? I was just like, because before that, I tried oud. It's like, why would I want it? Ugh. You know what I'm saying? It's a complex note. It's polarizing, right? But here, it's like, it smells like clean, blended wood. If you want a woody fragrance that has the versatility, just try Oudwood by Tom Ford. This one, I feel like you can wear it dressed down, but if you're wearing this dressed up, oh, it takes it to the next level. So give this one a try. You can try this one for free at the store. Tom Ford private blends are very, very accessible for the most part for anybody, okay? Here we have Cedrop Rosé by Mancera, and this is not the magnetic cap version. It's the twist cap, which has been discontinued. But I'm putting it on this list because, again, we're talking about legacy, okay? We're talking about fragrances that have put in the work. And Cedrop Rosé, this version, has done that. And I know when you're looking at this, again, it doesn't look like you used much of it. I don't spray a lot of strong fragrances, okay? I would just keep this to a minimum of 1. I tried walking out with 5 sprays of this, choked me out. Did I get reactions from people? Yes, I did, but I'm not gonna suffer just for people to like my fragrance. So I've learned that I'll keep this at a minimum of under 2 sprays and we are chilling. But this scent right here is, I dub this my pizza parlor fragrance, okay? Kind of like what I said in the beginning with Dior Homme 2020, that's my rooftop bar scent. Whenever I would wear this at like a pizza parlor, if I'm going to like Little Caesars, or if I'm going to, I don't know, what's another popular pizza, like Domino's, I don't know. I was getting compliments from women with this fragrance. Just waiting. I don't know what it is about this scent and pizza places, but it had there was a lot of good conversation to come out of it. And you know what? While we're just kind of naming things, this is like the Target fragrance for me. When I would wear this at Target, I remember I was trying to process a return, and typically they do returns at the front, but I was told, oh, like if you want to exchange it, you have to get the item, which is all the way in the back. So here I am in the summertime, but it was summer, but it was like 73 degrees outside or something. I'm brisk walking because I'm not about to full on run and sprint in Target, right? So I'm brisk walking. Pass by this group of 3 girls. They're like, oh my God, you smell so good. So this one, Target fragrance. This one, pizza parlor fragrance, all right? And performance here, oof. This one was lasting, no joke, over 24 hours on me. I know with the reformulation, I don't think it's 24 hours. It's still decent. It's still like over 6 hours, which is perfect for a fresh fragrance. But this would latch onto my skin and it wouldn't let go. It's a fruity, fresh scent that has a woody base to it, okay? And lastly, we're down to the last one, y'all. Carlisle Parfums de Marly. Don't blind buy this fragrance. Don't even think about blind buying this scent because it's polarizing. This one takes a lot of confidence and a certain personality type to just get it right. Because if I were to just straight up say, oh, it's totally blind buy worthy to anybody, no, it's not. All right. There's a lot of people that want to be able to pull off this fragrance because it's dark, it's mysterious, it's dominant, it's sensual, it's bold, it's polarizing, right? But fact of the matter is, it's like, okay, we're gonna keep it real. We're gonna keep it real here, okay? If you're wearing a strong fragrance like Carlisle, but you're at a function and you're literally holding your elbows like this and you're just like, you're not gonna get the desired effect of this fragrance. It's just gonna smell off-putting. It's like, why are you, it's just not gonna work. This fragrance here, I would say you gotta try to sample it, like with everything here, but specifically with Carlisle, okay? I don't find it to be something that is probably gonna be loved by you the first time you smell it. It might take some time, especially if you're new to this. It might take some time to settle into it, which is why I would probably recommend Layton over this if you're new to fragrances. But dude, Carlisle is no joke. Like this is my all black outfit sort of fragrance. It's nighttime, it's cold outside, I'm wearing all black. What do I throw on out of everything that I've mentioned here? If I want to go more in the mysterious-esque direction, like if I'm going to a lounge, then I'll throw on Carlisle. If it's the club, if it's the bars, I'll throw on Salt and Pepper, right? But if it's more of a lounge, like a laid-back, relaxed sort of atmosphere, then I'll work with Carlisle. So this one, really good performance, over 12 hours. It kind of has this, it's a Middle Eastern smelling fragrance with a touch of like the Western likability, right? So a lot of people are not and have not smelled a fragrance like this here in the West. So that's what kind of makes it unique and why I say put the pause and put the brakes on this fragrance instead of just straight up blind buying it, because it's a $375 scent or something. That's a lot, especially for a lot of people. Even something over $100 is too much. So this one, it's certain personality type, just certain aura, certain personality for sure to be able to wear this, okay? Now, that's the top 20 as of right now. The updated list, I've made a lot of videos. I think every single one of these fragrances has an individual review, but again, I have the discount link for these scents pinned in the comments section below. There's also discount codes for some of these fragrances if you want them for $40 off, $10 off, whatever it is. And there's also like a sale running right now for some of these scents. So take advantage of that. Let me know what your top 20 fragrances are. And I love these, bro. I was gonna just do a straight up top 10 video, but I was like, you know what, screw it. Let's make a long video. Anyways, I hope you all have a great day and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, bye.